welcome to my corner, Melisex Corner. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone who tuned into my last video. I'm very thankful for the comments and support that I've received. It honestly makes me feel less alone in this world, knowing that other people are going through, similar situations to me. So thank you for everyone who, saw the video. I really didn't think anyone was gonna see that because this channel is dead as fuck. I don't use this channel for anything. I'm not even planning to get monetized on here. This is just a diary for me. So yeah, I was just kind of shocked when my video hit the algorithm. I was not expecting that. So thank you for everyone who commented. And yeah, I'm just gonna get to this video. By the way, I don't know if my smoke detector is gonna chirp in this video. It hasn't chirped for these past hours. It was chirping in the morning. So I don't know what type of smoke detector it is. I don't know, because there's some smoke detectors that just keep chirping. And then there's some that will do it in cycles. So I don't know. I don't really know. Or maybe it died. Maybe it died. But I'm pretty sure if a smoke detector dies, it starts blaring. So, I don't know. So if you hear it go off, my apologies. Anyways, let's just get into the video. And just get into my thoughts because I need to share my thoughts immediately because they're on my mind. I don't know if I should put on jewelry. I don't know. Shit, it's like 2:40. Okay. Y'all. I feel so insane right now. In the last video, I was talking about how I couldn't get a job or whatever because of my current situation and the infantilism that I've been experiencing my whole entire life. But I kind of want to talk about the in-depth infantilism and some experiences that I've been thinking about lately that have been coming up on my mind that I just kind of want to dissect. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to uncover some of my traumas or whatever. So trigger warning, I guess. I'm not really expecting anyone to really watch this, so if you are, cool. So yeah. I've always been considered a really weird kid in school. Obviously I'm not in school anymore, but I remember in middle school, I used to get my ass bullied every single day. I used to get bullied so much in middle school and elementary school. It was actually crazy. And sometimes it'd just be aggressions. Do we call them microaggressions? Just sometimes it'd be microaggressions or just weird things that people would say to me. Or just people just making fun of me, for just stupid things. Someone called me big eye. I've just gotten so many just rude insults thrown at me and just so many really traumatizing experiences from school that it's not necessarily that they still completely bother me today, but they do kind of provoke thoughts, you know what I mean? So yeah, recently I was talking to one of my spirit guides, and I was just kind of talking to them about my grievances because I just need someone to talk to about what I was feeling, especially being here and stuck in this house. And I kind of traced back to a story of infantilism that I won't forget, just a story that really cemented my situation in the past for the future. You know what I mean? I have barely shared this story with other people. I had just told my best friend 2 days ago that I've never shared this story, but honestly I really do feel the things that I say could bring comfort to other people who may have gone through similar experiences. So why not share these stories? You know what I mean? Who cares? And at this point, it's not it bothers me on some level, but I've gotten to a point where I can comfortably tell my story to other people and not be scared or embarrassed. Because it's in the past. I was in 6th grade. I'm an adult at this point, so it's at this point, it's not something that really bothers me. So I'm just gonna share my story, and hopefully it can bring some peace. But I also kind of like want to dissect, you know, some of the things that's just kind of on my mind. And yeah. So in 6th grade, I was a late bloomer. Like, I've been a late bloomer for a good minute. So in 6th grade, I was a late bloomer. Okay. So I didn't really have, I mean, I did have breasts, but like I didn't have my period. There was like a lot of things I was behind in, so, but that's kind of weird. So like, we're not, so anyways, yeah, in 6th grade, I was like a late bloomer, but it is not like I was lacking anything of a growing girl. Okay. I remember a year prior to middle school, 5th grade, my sister had gave me like some bras that she had wore when she was in 5th grade. And I was like, okay, thanks. Because it was advised in sexual education that we start wearing bras because we were growing tatas, okay? I remember one day in 5th grade, I tried to wear a bra to school, okay? Why? Because it was advised that I do so by my teachers in sexual education. And my sister had also given them to me, so why not? And other girls were wearing bras at that point, so why not? And I had tatas at that point, so why not? My mom got enraged by that. I don't know what she thought I was trying to do. I don't know if she thought I was trying to be a little whore or something like that. But she got fucking enraged by me wearing a bra. And she was like, take it off. That's inappropriate. And I was like, I was confused because I was like, how is this inappropriate? There's other girls who are wearing bras at my school. No one thinks it's inappropriate. Like, this is puberty. Like, how is this inappropriate? Like, is me having breasts inappropriate? Because they just came on me overnight. Like, I can't fix that. I can't stop that from happening. I was just doing what my teachers had told me to do in sexual education and using the thing that was gifted to me by my sister. So how is that inappropriate? Like, do you think I was trying to be, like, promiscuous? I was 11 years old. Not even 11, I was 10 years old, actually. So, what was that? I was confused and annoyed and embarrassed when that happened to me in the morning. And I had to take off the bra and, like, put it away. So I was like, yeah. And sometimes I would deflect on the people. I get so pissed because I wasn't allowed. Number one, I was a late bloomer. And number two, no one was helping me through my puberty process. So I would sometimes get like really fucking angsty and angry towards girls in my grade because of that. Okay? Especially like close friends. So yeah. Basically in puberty, like I had no one to go to. Because that situation happened. So I was pretty much alone during my whole entire growing process. And honestly, my support circle was like nothing. Because niggas would be sitting here talking about teenage fever, someone's having mood swings. It would be like shit like that would just make me feel very alone and belittled and confused about my own emotions that I was experiencing growing into a woman. Okay? So my bra privileges were revoked because it was maybe I was trying to be a whore. I don't know what that was for, but they were revoked. Okay, so because I decided, you know, I'm gonna wear it to school like I was advised to. All right. So 6th grade rolls around. Okay, you gotta change and dress out in the locker room in front of everybody, because if you do not, you will get points taken off your grade. Now, the teacher assures us, they're like, no one's looking, guys. No one is looking at you getting undressed. Everyone's focused on themselves. So you're going to be fine. And I believed it. I was like, okay, we're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. Now, remember, my bra privileges were revoked. I was not allowed to wear a bra. And I'm pretty sure those bras that I received from my sister, they went missing or something happened to them. Probably thrown away for horror behavior. I'm just joking. That's like, what do you call it? Speculation. So, anyways, at the point, like, I couldn't even go and receive those bras because they went missing. Something happened to them. And then, you know, if I wore a bra to school, I'd get in trouble by my mom. Okay? So we had to dress out in the locker room. I thought no one was looking, honestly, but I did feel very uncomfortable because I noticed like other girls had bras on and I did not, and it was very weird and very uncomfortable, and I wasn't allowed to wear a bra because I would get screamed at for being a whore. So I had to deal with that for I had to deal with that for pretty much the whole entire year in 6th grade, even at my new school, because I did move and switch schools in December. I had to deal with that like for a whole couple of months, just changing with no bra. And it was so uncomfortable because number one, I felt like I was behind in puberty. Number two, I felt like I was just less than a woman. I just felt just inhumane during that whole entire thing. I felt like an animal just like trying to get undressed, and I couldn't undress in the fucking stall because I would get points taken off my grade. So it comes around to close to the end of the fucking year, or maybe like, I don't know, springtime in the year, like when the state tests are starting to happen. It comes to the springtime in the year, and I'm so fed up, okay? I need a fucking bra. So I go and argue with my mom in the morning. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I have to change out in front of all these people. This is so uncomfortable to me. And she's like, why wouldn't you tell me that you're changing out in front of all these people? I'm like, because you yelled at me when I was just fucking wearing a bra. She yelled at me and made a whole big ordeal. So what was I supposed to do? Just disobey and ask anyways, knowing that the answer would be no? Like, I was a little girl. I was like 11 years old at that point. Like, I was not to disobey my parents. So if they said no bra, no bra. But I couldn't take it anymore. And it was only when I couldn't take it anymore and got angry and yelled, it was only when that happened that I was finally allowed to be given a basic privilege that I should have had when I was in 5th grade. Like, what? So anyways, I finally get like a set of bras and the situation's eradicated. I don't feel as exposed anymore. I don't feel embarrassed. It's over. Fast forward, I'm in 7th grade and I meet this girl. She's just this chill girl. She's in my math class and we're talking and she's like, you know what? You're so cool. I thought you were kind of weird when, you know, I was in 6th grade, especially when we were in gym together. And I was like laughing at it because everyone fucking calls me weird. But what she said next kind of sent me. She was like, you know, people used to call you the girl with no bra. And I was like, oh. And I kind of explained to her the situation. I was like, yeah, my parents, and, you know. Because you guys know I was fucking scared to ask my mom for a bra because she sat up here and screamed at me. So after she said that and exposed that secret that I was not aware of, I was not aware people were calling me the girl with no bra. Remember that teacher was like, everyone's focusing on themselves. Like, who is focusing on you? You're fine. When that was exposed to me, I had a fucking mental breakdown. Like, I tried to like ignore it. I tried to have my maladaptive daydreams and daydreams about my stories and stuff like that, but I could not keep it down. I started fucking crying so badly that night after that girl had told me that people were calling me the girl with no bra. I fucking was crying. I was so embarrassed, so humiliated, and so insecure about my body after that. Like, it really damaged me, all because my mom wanted to sit here and imply that I was being promiscuous as a little girl because I was wearing a bra as I was advised to because I was going through puberty. Like, so that situation was so deep to me. It affected me for like years, and I didn't even like really understand the effects of it. When I was in 8th grade, I really fucking hated my body. Like, I genuinely was suicidal in 8th grade. That's probably the most suicidal I was in middle school. And a lot of people undermine like the mental health of children. But I feel like that whole entire situation, knowing that everyone had saw like my exposed chest and how people were making fun of me for it and like giving me a name, the girl with no bra, and like looking at me and stuff like that. Like I was like a public spectacle for having breasts and not being able to cover myself up against my will, like, that was so deeply, like, shattering to me. It, like, literally actually paralyzed me on several levels. And I became so insecure of my body for a long ass time because of that experience. Because my mom didn't want to face the facts that I was growing up and coming into puberty. And I'm honestly so scared to even tell her that story because I feel like what she's gonna do is just shame me and be like, well, I don't understand. She'll be like, it's not my problem. You should have told me sooner. Like, she's gonna make that the excuse. Or just deny that it was ever her deep fear of me growing up. Like, she'll deny it. So I've never really been able to tell that story or, like, go to my mom and say how much it hurt me because everyone just kind of undermines my trauma, especially if it happened during my childhood. And that affected me for, like, years. I was so insecure about my body, probably all the way up until, like, I was a junior in high school. So, yeah, that story, that really damaged me. And trigger warning. At this point, it's kind of too late, so you're in the story at this point. But, like, in 8th grade, I started because of it. Because I was just so insecure about myself. And I've never, like, really told anybody about that until, like, recently. So, like, I don't know. It's like I used to cry about thinking about the story, but now I'm just kind of like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even cry about it anymore. Maybe because I've accepted it. It's like I can't change the past. I cannot change what happened to me. It's over. That was years and years ago. But it still does kind of affect me. You know what I mean? It still kind of does. And it just reminds me, like, my parents are so scared of losing their daughter, their little precious daughter. They're so scared of her becoming an adult that they'll stop it at all costs. Even if that's, like, even if their child gets publicly embarrassed. And I just, like, felt like I needed to get that off my chest because I've been thinking about it. I've just been kind of thinking about that traumatizing moment and just thinking about, like, why it happened. And I was like, it's crazy. And there's other things I discovered about, like, my family and things like that when I was analyzing that, but, like, I've never told that story to the world. I've always kept it to myself, and I just, like, now recently I've been opening up to people about that story. I know for a lot of people, like, it seems, like, really small. It's like the girl with no bra, like, ha! Like, sometimes I would laugh at it, like, but the chain reactions and effects that caused for me, detrimental. I just felt, like, so exposed to the world. It's like I didn't even want to experience that. And it's like people were bullying me over something I could not control. It just, like, really. So, yeah, I don't know, I just thought about reflecting on that story. And it kind of puts in perspective, like, here I am, you know, I'm trapped in my house, I can't get a job, I can't do adult things. The telltale signs were there. The telltale signs were always there that it was going to happen at the end. And I just felt like I needed to share that. And get it off my chest. And I'm no longer scared to talk about it. You know? It's not my fault. I was just a little girl. There's nothing I could do. But it's depressing. And it just goes to show, like, a lot of people don't really get this type of situation. I understand that in my comment section, like my last comment section, there's people that related. So I was like, okay, I feel less alone. But that's what I'm saying. If you're in that situation, you know, this is what they'll do. And they'll sit up here and act like, you know, you're crazy for mentioning that it hurt you. But I'm like, am I just supposed to keep it to myself forever? Like, so anyways, I've kind of felt alone for a while. at this point. It's just with everything that I've been discovering. And I honestly, like, sometimes don't even know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this trap. But, you know, I feel like I need to just keep being hopeful. I feel like I will one day be able to get out of this. But it's so crazy. I mean, like, I know one day I'm gonna have to sit up here and tell these stories and share this type of stuff with the people that actually hurt me. But it just scares me. Because I kind of predict that I will get disowned if I do. So, for now, anyone who chooses to listen, great. But anyways, yeah. That's it. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.